Hey there, my friend. Adam here. All right, so this is a totally unscripted, unprompted, bit of a free mini training where I want to walk you through some important marketing considerations. Now, the reason that I'm doing this way is because this style of video doesn't really work well on YouTube. It's a little more personal, a little more raw. Definitely unedited. Really, we're just going to hit record. We're going to see where things go. Now, that said, this was supposed to be just like a 3-minute thing where I walked you through some stuff, went over some of the mini workshops that I've got going on, but it kind of evolved. I added some cool little pictures I wanted to share. Basically, I'm just having fun, and I was trying to find an excuse to sort of share some of this technology. See, no secret that for a long time, when I do my marketing strategies, when I write all my notes, it's almost always pen and paper. Recently, probably around 6 months or so ago, I switched to something called a Remarkable 2, which is like this. Well, I've got it right here. And what it is it's like this iPad looking thing. I just dropped the pen, so I can't show you that. It's like this iPad looking thing that is supposed to work like paper, and it feels like paper when you write on it. It's black and white. There's no color. It's literally just like this text thing. And it was pretty cool, and I really liked it. However, it had some severe limitations. I couldn't import pictures very well. I couldn't share it very well. The streaming didn't work great. So I like it. However, recently I've started using my iPad again, and for the first time ever, I bought one of these Apple Pencils, and I'm shocked that I never had one of these before. So with that said, I'm going to show you the limitations of my drawing abilities, but also map out some things in regards to marketing and kind of walk you through the process that I want you to think about when you're creating a marketing campaign. Now, full disclosure, I'm going to talk to you about the mini marketing workshops, but they're $47 a pop. So really get them if you feel like it. Don't if you don't feel like it. It's totally cool. Regardless though, I want you to use the strategies and go over some of the things that we're going to cover in your business because they're phenomenally important and they're going to make a massive impact. So whether you learn them from me, whether you learn them from someone else, whether you go to Amazon and you buy every book on the subject, it's cool. Just make sure you do it because it's going to pay off massively. So with that said, let's take a look at marketing, starting with a bit of a personal update. And again, this is sort of the reason this isn't on YouTube, but it's just for us here on the email list. So for starters, let's see if this works. What I did is I uploaded some pictures to this app. I think it's called Notability, perhaps. And I couldn't figure out how to like add photos, remove them and that. So I just sort of blurred them out with some text. So with that said, here's the big update that's going on in my life right now. And that is a new baby coming. So the new baby is due anytime now. Should be in the next, could be 5 minutes, could be 5 days. It won't be longer than a week and a half though. And this is, for those that are counting, baby number 4. So I've got 3 little boys right now, ages 6, 4, and 2.5. And the new baby's coming soon. It's going to be a baby girl. And if all goes according to plan, this will be the last addition to the Earhart family. So a whole lot of little babies, little marketers in the making. Now, with the life update out of the way, let's talk business, starting with the marketing plan, the Modern Marketing Plan. Recently, I did an interview on Social Media Examiner's podcast with Michael Stelzner. Phenomenal resource and phenomenal person as well. So definitely take a look when that comes out. Right now, it's August 20th, Friday morning at 8:42 Pacific time. I believe it's dropping next week on Thursday. Don't hold me to that. I don't know the exact date. But in it, basically, I share some of the process of the plan, some things that you want to be considering, some things you want to work through. I highlight this loosely in the one-page marketing cheat sheet when you download that one, which everybody got here when you joined the list. And then, of course, there is the marketing mini workshop, the Modern Marketing Plan. And what I want to do here is I want to walk you through some of the components. Hopefully you can see this. Otherwise, you're going to have to kind of blow up your screen, tip your phone sideways if you're watching on that. Regardless, I'm going to walk you through what you need to consider when you go through things like this. Now, for starters, we'll keep things fun. So this, we're going to say, is Modern Marketing Plan. There's 5 steps that you need anytime you're creating a marketing plan. It doesn't matter whether we're doing this for a small shop, for a billion-dollar empire, for a solopreneur, for a freelancer, anything like that. There's always 5 things that we go through. The first of which is model. This is, what are you doing? What are you selling? What's your competitive advantage? What's going on in the marketplace around you? We often do a pestle analysis, so looking at political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental factors going on in the world, but essentially what it is that you're selling. Because you can sell anything that your business has to offer, but there's probably a very specific and unique offer that's hiding there, or that just is waiting to be capitalized on and positioned right. So you're going to maximize your impact and your profit and your margins and all of the things that go into that. So that's step one. Step two is all about your market. These are kind of interchangeable. Sometimes we start with the market, then we work on the model. Other times we go to the model, then we work on the market. They kind of work together. And the reason is because market is just so incredibly important to the success of your campaign. This is, who is the market that you're trying to serve? Their demographic, geographic, psychographic details. What are their beliefs, their attitudes? Who are they? Where do they hang out? All of those things. We need to get crystal clear on that so that all of our marketing becomes that much more effective moving forward. All right. We're going to run out of space, but that's cool. I picked a big pen tip there. Let's pick a smaller one moving forward. Message. That's what marketing is all about. Communicating your message, communicating value to your customers. So what is your market's pains, problems, fears, frustrations? What are their dreams, their goals, their wants, their desires, all of that stuff. And then ideally what happens is they're over here in this present, we'll say bad state. They want to get over here to this super happy state, and your business is right here. And it is the bridge. Helps them cross the gap away from where they are to where they want to go. Your message communicates that solution to them. So you can go from where you are to where you want to be. All right, next, media. Oh yeah, that's a much better pen size. Media is, where are you going to market your message? Where are you going to put yourself online? What are you going to talk about? What platforms, what channels? You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to do everything. You just need to be active and present where your ideal target market is present and active online. Again, let's come down to one of my favorite all-time principles of all time, the 80-20 principle. You want to find the 20% of social media networks where 80% of your market is present and active. Go there, ignore everything else, save yourself a ton of time and money and energy. It's just, life gets a whole lot easier. I'm going to share what my tip is on that one in just a second. Anyway, next, machine. Automatic customer generating system. This is the funnel. This is something that takes someone from having no idea who you are, walking them through the process till they become a lifelong and loyal customer. You can set this up through automations so that it all happens seamlessly behind the scenes. As you may have seen through the emails that I've sent out in the last couple days, I've reopened these marketing mini workshops. They're going to close automatically, thanks to technology, thanks to the software that I use called Deadline Funnel. Then hopefully the new baby will be here by then. I can focus on spending some time there for at least the next week or so, getting everyone set up, making sure all's that well. And the only way that I can do that is because of the systems that are in place. Otherwise, I would be forced to do all sorts of crazy stuff. Speaking of crazy stuff, I just love that photo. Believe it or not, this is actually a product they sell on Amazon. I don't know if they've never heard of GoPros or anything like that, but the thought of strapping a massive DSLR camera to your face, that you need counterweights on the back. I mean, come on, people, look at this thing. Counterweights on the back. So you don't need this. That's it. When you're creating this kind of plan, when you're creating this kind of content and this media and all of that, you don't need to go crazy. You can start where you are, you can build from there, and you can progress with very simple technology. The camera on your phone is fine. We can talk about that more in just a second. So, modernmarketingplan.com. I think it's open for the next 5-6 days, give or take. So take a look. When it closes, it closes. Okay, next. Let's talk about email. I'm going to switch over to purple, which is the brand color for the perfect email script. This is my mini workshop on how to write the perfect email. Sounds pretty obvious, but the devil's in the details. Why are we doing email marketing? Actually, we're going to uncover this right away because this is just a valuable little thing to see. There have been so many studies on email marketing effectiveness, so many different controversial views on, hey, is email dead? Is it still alive? Does it work? Does it not? What's the ROI? Depends on what statistic you check. The ROI of email, the return on investment from time and money and energy put in to out, is somewhere around 3,800% up to around 4,400%. Of course, this is going to depend on how good your emails are, on how often you're emailing, on what it is that you're selling, on all of the factors involved. However, even if we got rid of like a 0 or 2 and it was still like a 380% ROI, even a 38% ROI, 44% ROI, essentially we're putting in money, we're getting more money back out. The reason is that email is still the most effective medium and communication channel for your market. I don't care who your market is. Everyone uses email. If you're serving millennials, which is a very large portion of the market, email is still their number one tool. More than social media messengers, more than text, more than the phone by a long shot, more than direct mail, which I still love direct mail. There's a place for that as well. But email, you just can't beat it. So we've got the study by McKinsey still saying, hey, use email. So how do you do that? Well, that's where the Perfect Email Workshop comes in, kind of goes through the elements that you need. Couple key things, of course, if you want, you can pause the video here and take a look at some of the things you need to see. Of course, you can also go to perfectemailscript.com. But the big thing that I want to leave you with, if I could give you one massive tip to make all of your email, we'll give you two massive tips to make all of your email significantly more effective. The first of which is to write conversational style emails, meaning you're writing to your friend, your family member, your ideal client, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whoever it is. Write conversational emails like you would to someone that you actually like. These are not salesy style emails. They work okay, but nowhere near as effective as just a nice, casual, conversational style email. Of course, a ton more tips inside the workshop on that one. The second tip, and this one is like, I don't want to call it a pet peeve because it's like a massive issue with me, but that is using HTML style formatted emails is pretty much a big no-no. For most businesses, there are some exceptions in different e-com industries where you can get away with it and then it actually works okay. But for most people, specifically if you're selling a service, you want a plain text formatted email. You don't want that fancy HTML header at the top. You don't want all the graphics and images and that. First of all, they look like a marketing email, which is not good because then everybody's defenses go up. Second of all, they're more likely to get flagged by spam filters and junk folders and promotion folders, so they don't make it through. Email, massive opportunity. Everyone uses email. Make sure you're using it in your business. If you do nothing else from this video, make sure that you map out a plan in accordance with model market message, media, and machine, and make sure you start doing some kind of email marketing. All right, let's talk about content marketing last, and then I think I've had enough fun here with my iPad and pencil. All right, so this is Content Marketing Champion. You can find that at contentmarketingchampion.com, another $47 mini marketing workshop. What this is essentially going to do is it's going to enable you to take all of the stuff that you did through the plan. Now you've got your email marketing dialed in. Well, still, content makes the world go round. We need to create stuff. And it's not really that hard to imagine kind of two different businesses. Let's call them the completely creative names of Business A and Business B. Now, let's imagine for a second that you're a consumer, you're buying something, and you've got Business A and Business B to choose from. Business A, we can't even see that. There we go. Let's scroll up. We don't want to miss that. There we go. Biz A, Biz B. Biz A is producing a ton of content. They're creating a blog, they've got possibly a podcast, maybe they're making videos. At the very least, they're on social media, they're active and they're present, they're engaging with the community. Even if they're literally just making one piece of content a week to show that they're alive and actually still in business, versus Business B, who's radio silence. They don't have anything, they're hard to find, they don't talk a lot about what they do, they're never around, you're not even really sure they're in business. Given the choice between these two companies, it's not even close. Business A gets all of the business. They're easier to find. They rank higher in search. This all adds up. The content compounds over time. They create marketing assets that sell for them around the clock, even when they sleep. I mean, this is literally the secret to success with marketing today. It's creating more stuff. Now, ideally, if you're going to be putting in the time and the money and the energy to create stuff, you should probably do it well. And that's where Content Marketing Champion comes in. Kind of goes over the frameworks, allows you to create it quickly. I think I've included a couple bonuses in there as well, including the fast content formula to allow you to create content fast. Very, very unique marketing names here. Regardless, my recommendation to you at the very least, is to go through either these mini workshops or something that looks like them. Feel free to reverse engineer them, to build them on your own, to go to Amazon and buy all the books that you need in these subjects. But the reason that I've put these mini workshops together like I have is for a very specific reason. It's because you always want to start with a strategic marketing plan. Model, market, message, media, machine. Always, always. Doesn't matter what kind of business, doesn't matter if you want to grow or start or scale, do it for a client. You always start with these pillars. Once that's done, the lowest hanging fruit for most businesses right now is still email marketing. Most businesses are not emailing as often as they should, and they're not emailing as well as they should. They're making a ton of mistakes that are turning people off rather than building a tribe and a loyal community. Once that's done, well, it's all about content marketing, which makes the world go round. And this is going to drive the traffic to our email list and to your business and to all of your offers and everything that you want to sell. So I think that's it. You can check them all out. I'll make sure to include a link in this email where this is going out or below this video if you're clicking over to watch it on YouTube. This is going to stay an unlisted video for now. So a nice private catch up. With that said, all right, 8:54 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 20th. Adam, signing off. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.